Welcome to podcast Learn English Perfectly.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to another episode of Mindful Living. I'm your host, Emma. Today, we're diving deep into the art of mindful living and how it can transform our everyday experiences. I'm thrilled to have a special guest with us, Dr. Sarah, a psychologist and mindfulness expert. Welcome, Dr. Sarah.
Thanks for having me, Sarah. It's great to be here.
Let's start with the basics. What exactly is mindfulness, and why has it become so popular lately?
Mindfulness is essentially the practice of being fully present and engaged in the current moment, without judgment. It's about paying attention to our thoughts, feelings, and surroundings in a non-reactive way. Its popularity has surged because people are looking for ways to manage stress and improve their overall well-being in our fast-paced, constantly connected world.
That makes a lot of sense. Can you share some practical tips for incorporating mindfulness into our daily lives?
Absolutely. One simple way is to start your day with a few minutes of mindful breathing. Just sit quietly and focus on your breath. Another tip is to practice mindful eating by paying full attention to the taste, texture, and smell of your food, without distractions. Also, taking a few moments throughout the day to check in with yourself, noticing any tension in your body and consciously relaxing those areas, can be very helpful.
Those are great suggestions. How can mindfulness help with managing stress and anxiety?
Mindfulness helps by breaking the cycle of stress and anxiety. When we're mindful, we can observe our thoughts and feelings without getting caught up in them. This perspective allows us to respond to situations more calmly and thoughtfully, rather than reacting impulsively. Over time, this can reduce overall stress and anxiety levels.
I love that. It's about creating a pause between stimulus and response. Can you tell us about any research that supports the benefits of mindfulness?
Sure. There's a growing body of research showing that mindfulness can lead to significant improvements in mental health. Studies have found that it can reduce symptoms of depression, anxiety, and PTSD. It's also been linked to improved focus, better emotional regulation, and even physical health benefits like lower blood pressure and improved immune function.
That's impressive. What would you say to someone who's skeptical about mindfulness or feels like they don't have time for it?
I'd say start small. Even just a few minutes a day can make a difference. Mindfulness isn't about eliminating stress or becoming perfectly calm, it's about becoming more aware and compassionate towards yourself. And remember, it's a practice. The more you do it, the easier it becomes.
Wonderful advice. Before we wrap up, do you have any resources you'd recommend for listeners who want to learn more about mindfulness?
Definitely. There are many great books, like The Miracle of Mindfulness by Thich Nhat Hanh and Wherever You Go, There You Are by Jon Kabat-Zinn. Apps like Headspace and Calm can also provide guided meditations and mindfulness exercises.
As we were wrapping up, I realized there are a few more aspects of mindfulness that our listeners might be curious about. Sarah, can you talk a bit about how mindfulness intersects with physical health and exercise?
Absolutely, Emma. Mindfulness and physical health are closely connected. Practicing mindfulness can lead to better stress management, which in turn can reduce the risk of stress-related illnesses like heart disease and hypertension. When it comes to exercise, incorporating mindfulness can enhance the experience. This can be as simple as paying attention to your body and breath during a workout, noticing how different movements feel, and being fully present in the activity. This not only improves the quality of the exercise but can also make it more enjoyable and sustainable.
That's a great point. It's all about being present and fully engaged in whatever we're doing. Speaking of being engaged, how can someone use mindfulness to improve their sleep quality?
Mindfulness can significantly improve sleep quality by helping to quiet the mind and reduce stress before bedtime. Practices like a body scan meditation or progressive muscle relaxation can help relax the body and mind, making it easier to fall asleep. Additionally, maintaining a mindful bedtime routine, where you disconnect from screens and engage in calming activities, can signal to your body that it's time to wind down.
Sleep is such a vital part of our overall health. It's wonderful to know that mindfulness can play a role in enhancing it. Let's touch on mindfulness in digital spaces. With our increasing reliance on technology, how can we practice mindfulness in our interactions with digital devices?
Great question. Practicing mindfulness in our digital interactions can help prevent information overload and digital burnout. One approach is to set specific times for checking emails and social media, rather than constantly being connected. You can also practice mindful scrolling by being aware of how the content makes you feel and taking breaks if you notice negative emotions arising. It's also beneficial to create tech-free zones or times, such as during meals or an hour before bedtime, to help balance our digital consumption.
That's very practical advice. Technology is such a big part of our lives, but it's important to use it mindfully. Before we sign off, Dr. Sarah, could you share a quick, guided mindfulness exercise for our listeners to try?
Of course. Let's do a brief mindful breathing exercise. Find a comfortable seated position, close your eyes if you feel comfortable, and take a deep breath in through your nose, filling your lungs completely. Hold for a moment, and then slowly exhale through your mouth. As you continue breathing deeply, bring your attention to the sensation of the breath entering and leaving your body. Notice the rise and fall of your chest and the feeling of air passing through your nostrils. If your mind wanders, gently bring your focus back to your breath. Let's do this for a few moments. Now, take one more deep breath in, hold for a moment, and exhale slowly. When you're ready, gently open your eyes. That's a simple mindful breathing exercise that you can do anytime you need to center yourself. Thank you, Dr. Sarah, that was very calming. I encourage our listeners to try this exercise whenever they need a moment of peace. This has been such an enlightening episode, and I'm sure our listeners have gained a lot of valuable insights. Any final thoughts? Just a reminder that mindfulness is a practice that can bring a lot of joy and clarity into your life. Be kind to yourself as you explore it, and remember that every moment is an opportunity to practice mindfulness.
Thank you once again, Dr. Sarah, and thank you to our listeners for joining us today. If you have any further questions or topics you'd like us to cover, feel free to reach out. Until next time, stay mindful and take care.
Thank you, Emma. Take care, everyone.
Goodbye, everyone. See you next time on Mindful Living. There are podcasts on virtually every topic imaginable, from history to science, to personal development and beyond. You can listen to experts and gain insights that you might not find elsewhere. For example, if you're interested in history, you can find podcasts that delve deep into historical events and figures, often presented in a more engaging way than textbooks. You can listen to podcasts while commuting, working out, doing household chores, or even relaxing. This means you can make the most of your time, turning otherwise mundane activities into opportunities for growth and entertainment. It's like having a portable library or lecture hall that you can access anytime, anywhere. Mental stimulation and critical thinking are other key benefits. Many podcasts challenge your thinking and present new perspectives. They can introduce you to different viewpoints, helping you to develop a more well-rounded understanding of various topics. Engaging with these discussions can sharpen your mind and enhance your ability to think critically. There are countless podcasts designed purely for entertainment, whether it's storytelling, comedy, drama, or interviews with interesting personalities. These podcasts can provide a much-needed escape from daily stress and offer a source of enjoyment and relaxation. Speaking of stress, mental health and wellness is another area where podcasts can be incredibly beneficial. Many podcasts focus on mindfulness, meditation, and mental health strategies. Listening to these can help you manage stress, improve your emotional well-being, and even provide comfort and support during tough times. Podcasts often create a sense of community among listeners. You can connect with others who share your interests and passions, whether through online forums, social media, or live events. This sense of belonging can be incredibly rewarding and fulfilling. So, there you have it, just a few of the many benefits of listening to podcasts. Whether you're looking to learn something new, entertain yourself, stimulate your mind, or find a sense of community, podcasts have something to offer. Thanks for tuning in to learn English perfectly. If you enjoyed this episode, don't forget to subscribe and leave a review. And as always, keep listening, keep learning, and keep growing. Until next time, thank you for watching.